position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Handoff to the single back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
That's caught. It's Pierre. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they...
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They've climbed into the top 10, been through some battles, proving themselves to be one of the best teams in the country. What do you think about their chances of staying there?
Well, they got to keep playing at a high level, and obviously they've had tons of success now to crack into the top 10. I'll tell you, when you get top 10, David, you get everybody's attention.
Yeah, you get everybody's attention, but I hope this team ain't just searching for a top 10. Like, I hope they're trying to be the best team in the country, and you hope the best is still to come for this squad.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw, it's Webb. Tight end finds a soft spot. Turning it on! They finally make at the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. Now you got to think they'll really go on the attack. Big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll throw it. Finds the tight end. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. Back to pass. That's reeled in. It's Pierre. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires to the right. It's caught. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Looking left. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw again. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Roach. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the give off the left side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Fakes the grab on the left. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon. You got to find him in the passing game.
Now, you got to read it quick, right? And he makes a quick decision, gets that thing out of his hand, but make sure your feet are set, and you still got to be accurate, even though you're trying to get rid of that ball so fast.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Webb. Throws for the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Looking to buy time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Motion from the wide receiver. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It's complete on the right side. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20. So now it's second and long. D showing blitz, they might be bluffing. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got a man, it's Roach. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
They'll go to the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might be calling a hot route. Just going to keep it after the snap. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wants to throw. It's Webb. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Buckeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grab near the marker. It's Pierre. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Back to throw. It's Webb. Quarterback now breaking the field. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Now, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly...
Turns on the Jets. They'll stop him and get him out of bounds at the 21, just short of the red zone, but they turn into a huge play.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Here's a heat. trying to escape and get it himself. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll move the tight end. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Now on the option. Quick toss. Touchdown, Irish! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
And a great job by the quarterback, Reese, making the right read. I got to get that defense to commit to me. Now I pitch it. Running back catches it. I'll take this. I'll do the rest. But it was a great read by the quarterback.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 11 to Ole Miss. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. On the run, it's Roach. Picks up the 1st down. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Looking to fire. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, it's the worst possible time. Looking for more room. And he's going to land all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Back to pass on second down. Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers.
Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Oh, what a great play call. Sneaking the draw. The defense clearly thinking pass, flying up the field. No, sir. A little handoff, little sneak attack. Great play call.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. The run to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Motion from the back. Second down, he'll throw it. It's complete to the right. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Timeout, Ohio State.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You want to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Notre Dame right back to the line. Back to throw, it's Webb. On a little time, lets it go. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They send the tight end in motion. On the move. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this.
Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Makes the grab. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible. Maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32. They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw again. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, that's how you finish plays. That is absolutely beautiful by this defense. Way to play physical, not give up those extra yards to give up that 1st down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that was a big-time stop defensively. Being physical, creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up third down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. And he's got it and headed the other way. And he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, they got the score they needed. Now they need to get the ball back. And the question is, there's a little pressure when you have the lead right here to secure the ball and not give them another chance.
And if you're anticipating onside kick, you better get your hands team out on the field. You've gone through this and you've practiced these situations before, but that oblong football, Reese, it bounces in funny ways. We've seen crazy stuff happens in these situations. I can't wait for this one.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.